Second money is and will forever be the easiest money in the world to earn. So what do I mean by second money is the easiest money to earn? A buyer is a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. If they buy once, they'll buy twice. If they buy twice, they'll buy 4 times. If they buy 4 times, they will buy 10 times. People love to buy. People love to accelerate, reach into their pocket and create a transaction. But people don't like to be sold. Don't think that this is a one-night stand. This is not a tooted and booted. This is a marriage. This is a lifelong partnership. If you actually enroll a client and say your product, for example, is say $5,000, that client is more likely to do business with you down the road because they've already made a commitment. And what is a commitment? Commitment is simply just putting your time, money, or energy into something, right? So they put their time, money, and energy into something. They made a commitment. They've already been indoctrinated with the product, with the service, with the way that we do business. It's a lot easier to upsell them, especially when you really help them get results and they've seen a major progress. It's a lot easier to upsell them to a 10K package versus going out and finding a brand new client to buy your 10K package. Let me explain this. Before I got into phone sales, obviously through my story, through the audiobook, the ebook, my social media content, and kind of my brand, most people know that I got started off going door to door, doing business to business, not really knowing what I was doing, just going out there grinding, hustling, scratching, making it happen, right? And a guy that I bumped into, his name was Dan. I actually haven't talked to him in years. It's probably been over 5 years. It was an older gentleman. And he told me something that I will never forget. It was something his mentor told him. He said, so JaQil, anytime you're going to a business and you actually go into the business owner's establishment, you go into their back office, if you see that everything is organized, is spotless in there, right? Doesn't even look like anyone's been in there for weeks, give them information about your product, your service, and get the hell out of there as fast as you can. But he said, if you go into a business owner's office and you see tons of books laying around, tons of CD-ROMs, tons of pamphlets, tons of vanilla envelopes, tons of stacks of papers and things that need to get done, right? Tons of softwares, tons of things that can enhance and build and grow the company. If this business owner looks like they're busy and they're paying money and investing in themselves, not only in the business, but in themselves to educate and move it forward, then you stay in there as long as you need to stay in there. You shake that man or woman's hand, you build a relationship with them, you make them like you, you ask them a lot of questions, what they've done, how they got to where they've gotten, and congratulate their success and be genuinely interested. It took me a while to kind of grasp that concept, but I just did what he said. I didn't always, from the beginning, realize why he said it. And that's one thing about me. If I know someone, if I see someone that I admire, that's doing things at a different level that I'm doing, I don't necessarily have to know why. Just tell me what to do and I'll go out there and take action. I would like for you to tell me why, but it's not required. I'll figure out why through the actions and the steps that I need to take. But what he was basically saying is a buyer is a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. If people are investing in their business, they're investing in themselves, they're busy, there's paperwork everywhere, they got things that they need to do, then that person is a buyer. And there's a way that you can add value to them. I say all that to say this, second money is the easiest money in the world. Most salespeople, I'd say about 95% of salespeople think once the sale is complete, the relationship is over. And that is furthest from the truth. In the last video, we talked about follow-up. You want to follow up with value and you want to have a strategic calendar and system for when to follow up. And then you just follow that commitment to your follow-up. Well, it's the same way when you actually enroll a client. You still want to follow up with them. You want to check in with that client minimum once a month. Hey, how's the program going? How can we serve you? What's the things that we can help make better for you? Is there anything that you're struggling with? How did that family vacation go, right? Little points of contacts throughout the relationship of the customer lifespan is going to increase way more revenue in your company, literally, like, without doing anything. It doesn't, really cost you any more time. It definitely doesn't cost you any more money. It's just genuinely giving a damn about, the client, brand, your vision, and serving people. Just always remember that. I cannot stress that, guys. I cannot stress that. And that's why when it comes to Big Profit Enrolling, it's not just a job. It's not just a career. It's not just closing and making a sale and getting money. It's literally becoming a whole different person from the inside out. It starts with your heart, guys. Literally starts with your heart. You got to affect people with your heart. So when you come from a genuine place, then I'm telling you, you will double your income literally from following up with people. And when you enroll someone, continuously adding value to them throughout the customer lifespan, so you could get second money. Not only to earn second money, but to actually enhance them to a totally different level.